Just saying.
Sure about that?
Just saying. It says we're live. It says we're here. No, don't pinch me. And how can... You're not a reliable source. We're in the same dreamscape together. We're going to pretend to do an intro in case new people find us, and I'm so sorry if you do. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Kayla Lords.
John Brownstone.
I'm Loving BDSM. We're on other occasions. We try to help you have happy or healthy or power exchange relationships, but it's our virtual Munch live stream hangout where we turn it into a giant bonus section, and if you don't even know what that is, you really are new, but that's okay. We're here. We're a little bit late, but that's okay too, I guess. Whatever. It's our party. It doesn't start till we get here, I guess. Hi. I'm going to say hi to folks.
Go right ahead.
Hi, V. Hi, Eva. Hi, Silent Wing. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Path Girl. Hi, Mr. Spock. It's too early for you to... Hi, Amanda.
I know it is.
I'm going to apologize now for anybody who really hates the sound of other people chewing, because that's what you're going to hear tonight. We're having chips and dip. It's just happening. We're going to try real hard not to talk with our mouth full, and we're going to try real hard not to chew at the same time, because then nobody can talk.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Missy. Hi, Sir Schmoopsy Pants. Hi, Maddie. Go ahead, because you know I can shovel these things in all day
I know
long.
you can. I'm probably going to have to take that away from you at some point.
Or you just keep chewing. You're fine. Hi, C. Stevens. I did make one adult decision tonight. Mature decision. Wise decision. I'm drinking water. I know. I wanted my caffeine-free diet soda. That's what I wanted. And then I remembered that I'm going to be dehydrated just from that, not even to mention the salt on these potato chips. And I really want the potato chips. And so I went, well, I could just drink all the diet soda I can hold and then try and drink a cup of water before bed, which will then mean all I'm doing is waking up to pee, and I don't want to do that. Or I could just eat as many chips as I can hold and just drink the damn water, and I'm just drinking the damn water. That's what we're doing here. Hi, David. Hi, Gerard. Hi, Blown Deuce. Hi, Isn't Doc's mom. Hi, Christina. Hi, Axe. Silent Wing, that's what happens when you choose to make candies and not come to the Wednesday live stream. What we said was it would be one or the other. It would not be both. It was booze or chips. It could not be both. Could not.
Yeah, no, that would be an ugly combination for the two of us.
Well, and if I didn't have to get up tomorrow by a certain time and do work and be productive,
yeah,
I'd have contemplated it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll just wait. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the moment you decide you have to chew 22 times before you can swallow, isn't it? Look, I'll start licking lids again. Don't even mess with me. We know what I'll do in front of the camera.
I think they know what you're all capable of.
Blunduce has asked a question. What you vaping today?
Menthol today.
No, I'm scared because I haven't smelled it.
Menthol is what I have left. I need to, probably by the beginning of next week, I need to get in the kitchen and
make some more.
Whip up a new batch of
do your mad scientist thing?
Yeah.
With beakers and tubes and mysterious liquids.
And syringes and
Yep. Hi, Lex. Hi, Anissa.
Excuse me.
Oh, my gosh. So now baby's going to have a bubble, too.
It's gone now.
For now. It'll be back.
For the moment.
They all come back.
Say
hello. It's Friday. Did I realize after the live stream and the recording that I had said Friday, December 18th when I meant Friday, December 17th? Yeah, because calendars are hard, okay?
Yeah, menthol is pretty much my go-to. Then I also usually have some mint chocolate chip. And of course, I have something that's coffee flavored.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you do coffee flavor.
Yeah, do coffee flavors too.
Hi, Ms. Woodhouse. Welcome. It's just as chaotic here as it is every other live stream, but more so, and we do it on purpose at this one. So
yeah.
So what's going on? I had to be at the hospital today.
You did.
Pre-op paperwork, blood test, which. So I knew that I was going to have to do this. I didn't know when until yesterday when they called to schedule it. And then I moved my whole day around to go, yeah, I can do this at 2:00. But I've known that I had to take testing before I have surgery next week. If I've only said it publicly, I think once, I'm having a hysterectomy next week. Everything is fine, but it's happening. I'm actually kind of excited. That's a whole other thing. But so I knew it was coming, and I knew that part of the pre-op in the world we live in now is a COVID test, which I want you to know my COVID test cherry got popped today. I never had one of those tests before.
Until today.
I'm good if I never have another one. But so leading up to the pre-op testing, I've been like, oh my God, I have to be more careful because if my procedure gets canceled because I get fucking COVID, I'm going to be so goddamn pissed. So I've been really, really paranoid. To the point that for the past 3 days, every little thing I feel, I'm like, is this allergies? Or do I have the Rona? And then I was dumb enough to read an article about what the Omicron variant symptoms feel like. I was like, I'm sorry, you just named off everything that a person with allergies and a perimenopausal person feels. So how am I supposed to tell? Is it because I'm 42 or is it because I got the Rona? Is it my allergies or is it the Rona? I don't know. Hopefully the test will tell us. But I won't have those results for a couple of days. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to be with her when they tickled her brain, so I really would have liked to see that.
My God. I just sort of bore it. I just put my head back the way they told me to against the wall. And I tried to remember to breathe, and the woman even said, remember to breathe. People forget to breathe during this. And I'm like, yeah, you're tapping on my brain up here. I bet the hell they do forget to breathe. I didn't say that, but I thought it.
I can answer that, Eva, because of our health insurance.
Health insurance? And it's the one time a year I know I got 2 weeks off. Already planned. If I have it later.
Because our deductible is met.
Well, it will be now I have the surgery. We had already spent part of our deductible. Next year, our deductible goes up by $1,000, so I'd have had to pay $1,000 more on top of. Plus, taking 2 weeks off in the first quarter of the year, not easy. Summer, not easy because I got the kids. This time of year, I already have planned. When they called to tell me that the earliest day they had available was the 23rd of December, they were apologetic and I was excited. I was like, that's perfect. Nobody's got to go to school. Nobody needs anything. Nobody's expecting me for work because I've already scheduled that off. Perfect. Cut me open, baby. Scoop it out with a melon baller. It'll be fine.
First thing she said to me when they told her the date, I don't have to take down Christmas decorations.
You know what? That made it much easier to put them up this year. Knowing I did not have to turn around and take them down in a few weeks, I was like, why, yes, let us put up Christmas decorations. I am suddenly in the Christmas spirit. Also, this is the first year as an adult, as a parent, I'm not thinking about what to cook, what to serve, how to feed everybody for Christmas, because it's not going to be my problem. I'll be on the couch. So, yeah. It's hectic around here because I'm not just finishing up for the end of the work year. I now also have to do prep because there's no way I'm just going to stop moving for however many days it ends up being for recovery without planning everything. So it's make sure we got the groceries, make sure everybody knows where everything is, pre-do as many things as I can do ahead of time, like wrapping all the presents. And I could have used booze tonight, quite frankly. Oh my gosh. So they are laparoscopically cutting me open, so there will be 4 incisions. 3 incisions. By my hips, through my belly button, and an incision up the hoo-ha. I don't know why I'm trying to worry about staying monetized. We'll be demonetized before this stream is over, but you know. So, but they'll be smaller.
Look who came to visit.
Is Onyx in here? Oh, this would be... I wish we had the pet cam.
Yeah.
Because this is probably the only way you would ever get to see Onyx the cat. Although, Onyx did make an appearance in the Kinkery reel we put out this week.
Yes.
So, if you follow us at the Kinkery, the shop, on Instagram, and you find our most recent reel, you will see Onyx. So, what the doctor told me was, okay, I'm going to try and go in laparoscopically. That's her specialty. She was like, but if something happens, I'm going to have to cut you open. And I went, you do what you got to do. And then the plan is the ovaries will stay, but the conversation was if she sees anything funky with them, knowing my family history, she's like, do I have your permission to take them out? I'm like, use the melon baller. It's fine. They can go. So hopefully everything looks good, but if not, I'll wake up with an immediate menopause. Well, that'd be fun for everybody. So yeah. I feel weird for being kind of excited about it. I have had the idea to, on my personal blog, to actually write it out because I kind of got to work through some of what I'm feeling because I'm not unhappy about. I'm unhappy about the amount of money, but I'm not unhappy about the procedure. I'm not unhappy with what the potential outcome will be. I'm certainly not unhappy that I will never have to worry about pregnancy or a period ever again for the rest of my fucking life. Thanks. But I got, like, all the feels about it. So. But, yeah. So, I've purposely put myself on a medical leave for my vacation because I know how to do vacations right. So, what else? Lola's over there being beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we did have the pet cam. She's just looking all angelic.
I know.
And Onyx is just being in here out in the open.
I did
Where's
try
Ella?
sleeping on the back of the sofa in the living room.
Okay.
Yeah, I did try tinkering with it a little bit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But I was hoping to have it up and running, but it's wasn't being cooperative, so I need to dig deeper under the hood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of a question I should have asked you before we went live.
Uh-oh.
Two things.
Mm.
Not to you. I'm talking to them.
Mm.
One, we accidentally do a lot of things similarly that before we met one another we never would have done. We now also dress alike much of the time. It's a little bit embarrassing. Two, apologies now to anybody who was like, but I came for the chit-chat and the rants and all you people are doing is chewing. You're right. This is what it looks like when people eat their feelings. So,
Here, you want to write it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Okay.
It's a secret.
I haven't been up to much this week except working.
That must suck for you. All you did was work this week? Oh. I don't know what that's like.
Do I need to grab a slapstick for tonight?
Don't threaten me with a good
time. It's not going to be a slapstick night.
Are you leaning over my shoulder?
I can't. You've got it all.
I know, and my handwriting is abysmal right now, so.
Yes.
The answer to the question I asked was no. The answer was yes. If it was a no, the answer was yes, right? Yeah. I think Look, am I a professional writer? Yes. Does that mean that I know what words are every moment of every day? No. There is a point in the day when I'm like, how do you ask questions and write sentences and what? We're at that point. Okay. So, yes, the question that I asked, if you didn't want to, then the answer to the question I asked was yes. If you did want to, if we were in the affirmative, the answer would be no. Wow, I really did just totally fuck that up.
You did. Mr.
Spock, you're right. Working is overrated, as are mortgages and electric bills. Fuck that shit.
And pants.
I mean, yeah. In general.
Yeah.
Are you going to make some Christmas wishes come fucking true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can read live stream chat as well as you can. Silent Wing. Merry fucking Christmas. Hey, why that one?
Why, which one?
You know, X, it really does feel... I feel that, like, where I'm at, too. I know I'm getting stuff done. In my case, like, I can see things being crossed off the list, but this week mostly felt like being in the hamster wheel. Every day was like it was Groundhog Day. We just repeat it every day.
Excuse me.
Silent Winged, I am my own editor, though. That's the problem. Not always. I do have editors, but I am also still my own. Ow! I haven't done anything yet!
It's for what you're going to do.
Well, that means then you can't hit me with that when I do the thing. Because you've already pre-punished me. It's like paying ahead a little bit. You put money on the tab. Now I'm going to withdraw from the deposit made. I feel like that was just permission because you've already made a deposit. I'll make a withdrawal. I mostly just want to bury my face in these potato chips.
You're doing a darn good job of it.
No. This is slowly. I'm choosing small ones. I'm mostly chewing till they're mush before I swallow. Let's talk about something else. Oh, Onyx, I wish you'd come here and let the world see you. Come here, Onyx. Nope. What's my noise? Oh, you're letting me pet you. I can't believe that's a cat I would say, yes, she can climb up on this table right here, just because it's the only way you would ever get to see her.
Mm-hmm. No.
It is not a Dean's Dip. The only Dean's Dip they had, Eva, was a crunched up thing that I was afraid to touch. We got the hell of a good French onion dip this time. Now, Lola, you don't need to chase Onyx away. She's just here. You know she does not actually want your attention or anybody else's attention. You do not have to give it to her. Anissa, I wouldn't call it altering the rules. I would call it finding the loophole the size of a Mack truck. I feel like he didn't close that loophole very well.
That's why every time I have to come up with something, I have to go over it 10 times before I present it to her. Make sure I've covered all the
That's very true.
The holes in there. Well, hello, young lady. Hello, young lady.
Are you going to jump up on your daddy? Camera won't pick you up, though, baby.
No, she's too far down. Mm-hmm. Come here, Lola. There we go.
We actually watched Onyx try to nibble on a paddle today. It was something about the wood, I'm sure. But yeah, no, don't. Lola is eyeing the dip longingly.
Is that what she's doing?
Yes! She's like, oh, I shall use the excuse of my daddy giving me love. And now I'm only 6 inches away from the dip.
Is that what you're doing?
Lola's not stupid. Oh, yeah, don't eye the chips either, girl.
Oh, grunt. Grunt, grunt. I know. I know. I know. Kiss? Thank you.
Wow, you get kisses.
I know.
All she does is use my thighs as a launching pad off the couch. Have bruises across the tops of my thighs and my inner thighs where her foot will slip down, like, in between my legs. And she's still like, but I have to get off the couch. And she launches, and those back paws go, they just dig right in. I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, she tastes the salt on your fingers.
She's licking the salt off my fingers now.
You don't have to say. One of the things that we have been derelict in our duty as Kingsters with fun t-shirts. I don't think I've ever worn one to the dungeon.
No.
I mean, I go to the dungeon wearing clothes that I can easily take off. Like, I just want to get over my head real quick, so I'm not trying to have, like, a cute look. But how do we not wear our shirts to the dungeon? Oh, that's right. We don't go to the dungeon because I'm an indoor cat now.
I wore my Daddy Dom shirt to the
Of course
dungeon.
you did. Okay. You know, this might be one of the most boring hangout thingies because I don't. My brain is dead. I don't think anybody wants to hear about how I finished a rough draft today and got it off to an editor, and then I scheduled some social media. And yesterday I wrote 3 articles and negotiated 2 future advertising deals, which is a great thing. I mean, I'm not unhappy about it. And also how I somehow managed to have hundreds of emails that need to be filed away, and I have to do that tomorrow, and it's very overwhelming. That's not what y'all came to hear. It just makes me want to keep eating chips. What I have liked that you have worn to the club, and I think you only worn it once, maybe twice, and then, you know, there came a plague and we had to stay home. It was when you wear your black kilt.
Yeah.
And your boots. And a black shirt. Oh, my God. I mean, I think every part of you is sexy because I love you. But under normal circumstances, I'm not looking at your knees and calves going, damn, those are sexy knees and calves, until you put a kilt on and some boots. And then I'm like, those are some fine, sexy knees and calves there.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
My boss sucks. Okay, Silent Wing. My boss is a raging bitch who really needs to be, like, put in her place. Hi, Christy.
I second that.
But also, bitches get shit done, and my boss gets shit done.
Have to take you out to the wood shop again.
Please, Jesus, do. From now until the 22nd, go ahead. Evening of the 22nd. On the 23rd, sucks to suck. I watched you put the chip in your mouth. I heard you chewing. And I went, you know what I need to do? I need to eat a chip. God damn it, y'all. We're not allowed to eat and stream. We suck at this.
Yeah, after the 23rd, I have to be nice to you.
Yeah. Which the sad thing is that being nice to me is really being mean to me. Because I will want you to do all kinds of, like, awful things to me, and you won't be allowed. But my boss is the one who suggested a holiday office party.
Yeah, but we're still not getting Christmas bonuses.
No. You know what? The mortgage got paid. Merry Christmas! There's your bonus. For anybody who's like, what the fuck is going on? We work for ourselves. It's me. I'm the boss. I'm the bitch. I am an awful boss. And also an effective one.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, I do love seeing a suit. I love seeing you in a suit. I love seeing the people I see online wearing suits, and that's people of across the gender spectrum. There's something about the whole masculine effect of the suit that I'm just like, yeah, I'm here for it. Totally here for it.
She's licking the carpet.
She's a carpet licker. Well, we already knew that. There's probably crumbs and salt down there.
Oop, and I just bumped the mic with my head. Lola, girl. Back it out.
Nope, she's under here now.
Yeah, come on.
She's on the trail.
Come on. Lola.
Okay, so
I know.
y'all know the whole car saga, and we just got the car back. We said that on Wednesday. This week's podcast, if you listen to the audio version.
What?
We had to go run to the grocery store, one, for some French onion dip, thank you very much, but also for a couple other things. And we ended up being behind the 16-year-old who was taking himself to dinner at Sonic with our blessing. I was like, go. He got some money from something that was not us. I was like, great. Go for it. We're behind him. And he knew we were behind him.
Yeah.
We watched him go much faster than any of the traffic around him.
Mm-hmm.
And blow right through a red light. I was like, I waited till I kind of sensed he was at his destination and we were at our destination. I'm texting going, boy, you need to slow the fuck down. Excuse me? You just crunched the car and you just got it back. What the fuck are you doing? I love being a parent. It's delightful. It's delightful. I also was reminded that I have one of those faces. And there's something about my face, my demeanor, my something. And you have it too. Different than me, but you have it. Where total strangers will just tell us shit. And I don't mean because we're like, oh, we talk about relationships on the internet. And we like explain what we do. And they go, oh, I would love to. No. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, we just be like existing. And they're just telling us stuff. Today, the pre-op stuff, I had to do an EKG and get blood drawn. And in the time of that, the very friendly, nice-seeming woman who was doing all of the work, by the time we got done, I knew that her 12-year-old, which I could commiserate, we have a 12-year-old, was writing his own music, but also lying about things he shouldn't be lying about, also giving her husband and her fits, and they're very worried. And this child was so unlike their other two children, and they just didn't quite know how to handle things. But she was praying about it, and so she hoped that it would all work out. And I was like, and y'all, it's like I'm wearing a mask. All you see are my eyes. What about this portion of my face makes somebody go, you know what I need to do? I need to spill my guts to this total stranger. Hi, Rora.
Luckily, nobody bothered me while I was in the lobby today.
No. You got to watch all the elderly people who I think really just went to the hospital to sit in their lobby and watch their daytime shows. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure they were not there for anything medically necessary. They just knew there would be a TV on, and they would have it on Dr. Oz, and then who came on after Dr. Oz? Oh, sorry, you're chewing.
Dr. Phil. Bless you.
Thank you. Ooh, I felt it coming. Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of bizarre to watch. I mean, I'm sitting at my phone. I'm going through email. I'm looking through my social media, playing a game I had on the phone. And these people, man, one after the other, they were like huddled around this TV, this big screen, and they're just like, on every word, just like, what are they saying? What are they doing? What are they? I was like, oh my gosh.
I forget those shows exist. I mean, I know they exist kind of. was I hear people complaining about them like on the internet or whatever. But I don't watch any of that. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. And then from my very limited experience, anecdotal evidence, all of my elderly relatives, everybody that was older, that was not my mother's generation, but older than her, and they're all gone now. I remember their show, whatever their shows were, being a very important part of the day.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, it was my great-grandmother and her, like, it was a cousin-in-law. It was a weird family thing. We just said aunt and we moved on. Their shows were Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. And I don't care what was happening, where, when, how, or why, the whole day got planned around those two shows. We were going to be there. Oh, and in the morning, it was The Price is Right and another show. And that was a morning, daytime. The day got planned. You could do anything you wanted in the middle of the day between those morning game shows and those evening game shows. But at those times bookended the activities of the day, and we were sitting on the couch watching those shows.
See, for in my family, it was what they called the stories.
Oh, the like
soap operas.
Oh yeah,
soap operas. Young and the Restless was the big one with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew people watched that, but I think my grandmother was into that show. Or not that show, but the soaps. But I didn't spend as much time with my grandmother as I did my great-grandmother.
Gotcha.
So, like, I knew my grandmother watched that stuff, but it never, like, interrupted my time with her. But absolutely, my great-grandma's house, the game shows, it was all the game shows. Now, my grandmother also, and I can barely remember this because, first of all, my grandmother's been gone 20 years, and I was a little kid when this was happening, but she also had other certain shows. So, it was all the detective shows. So, it was In the Heat of the Night.
Okay.
Do you remember that show? With,
Carol O'Connor.
Carol O'Connor. I was thinking his last name was Carol, but his first name was Carol. Carol O'Connor. And then the dude that had the funky voice. Oh my God. Had the squint. And it was a detective. Had the brown trench coat. You would know.
Columbo.
Yeah, Columbo. Thank you. And then the one, it started with an R. I didn't even think it was a detective show. I think it was like a... Remington Steele.
Ah, yes.
The fact that I even know what these are is really the amazing part because I was a little kid.
Well,
those are my grandma's like shows.
If I remember correctly, because my grandmother watched those, and if I remember correctly, Columbo was part of a series of cycling mystery things, like a Monday night mystery thing. And each week throughout the month, it would be Columbo one week, Macmillan and Wife the next week,
don't recognize that.
McLeod.
I know that name, but I don't know.
Who was the cowboy cop.
Okay.
And then another one. And I can't remember that one at all. I think there was 4 of them that they would cycle through every Monday. And then beginning of the month, they would start back at the beginning again.
Gotcha.
And those were a big thing for my grandmother.
I will say, a young Pierce Brosnan was a fine-looking man.
Yes.
Yeah. I can, and my grandmother definitely felt that way. Murder, She Wrote. I knew about Murder, She Wrote, but I'm sure my grandmother watched that because she was watching all those other shows. I don't remember that one as much. Matlock, yes! Matlock was another one. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh, yeah. I watched a lot of that stuff in syndication later. Now, when it came to the game shows, to this day, there's something about Wheel of Fortune. If it comes on, I don't know. It doesn't matter where we are, what we're doing. I will be entranced by this show because I'm trying to figure out that word puzzle. Thank you very much. Jeopardy, not so much because I've never been good with trivia kind of stuff. I like it. I like to kind of watch it and see who's going to win. but I couldn't get into it the way I can get into Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is all about putting letters together to make words, to make phrases. Oh my gosh, how exciting is this? Jeopardy was like, oh, you gotta like know shit. It's why I always loved the idea of Trivial Pursuit. Sucked at it as a player. Like, just, couldn't.
Now, the only show, game show-wise, that I was kind of into as a kid, Name That Tune.
I know of it, but I don't.
Yeah.
Rara, if it makes you feel any better, my grandma, if she were alive now, would be in her 80s. You're just an old soul? My dad watched Doctor Who way back in the day, the original. And there were parts of it that would just creep me out, so I couldn't get into it. So I had to avert my eyes. But it was because something about the timing of the shows or whatever he was doing, it always seemed to be on right before or right after the Twilight Zone, and the Twilight Zone really fucked with me. And so, I don't know, I just kind of was like, I'll go do something else. See, my family was my nuclear family especially was so small, Trivial Pursuit was no fun. There were literally just 3 of us in my house, and so we would each, my mom, me, and my dad, we would each be playing against each other. I didn't know shit. I was a kid. We very rarely visited, we visited my grandma and my great-grandma and stuff, but even that was still kind of small, and they didn't play those kinds of games. So I've never had the whole, that team experience with those games, which are better when you do it like that. You know, it's hard when you're just your little soul self out there trying to answer all these trivia questions. I am not familiar with Joker's Wild.
Yeah, that was another popular one.
Okay.
Back in the day. I vaguely remember it.
I have to say, we've become much more nuanced in our pop culture, and in this case, television conversations. We've gone back 40, 50 years. I'm trying to think. I remember watching in reruns, syndication, In the Heat of the Night. I liked that one. I remember watching Matlock. I'm liking that one. Mostly because I liked Andy Griffith's slow molasses Southern style. But that was back in the day. I can see it plain as day. All the syndicated shows would be on, and there'd be a block of time, a couple hours, where you'd get your In the Heat of the Night, the Matlock, the stuff like that was more recent. But there would also be a 1 to 2 hour block of time where you had the old episodes of I Love Lucy and the Andy Griffith Show, and there's some others I'm thinking of. Those are the 2 I always immediately think of because I know I watched those. And I remember being a little kid, I don't know, eight maybe, somewhere around there, and not understanding how all these new to me shows, these shows I was watching, I thought all shows on TV must be current, must have just been made, were in black and white. I was like, are there places where it's just black and white? Are they filming in black and white? How do you film in black and white when you can film in color? What? And I don't know how old I was by the time I finally realized this stuff was from the 50s. And there I was watching it thinking it was just the best show ever because I was an innocent kid who didn't know shit.
Maddie, we had a Channel 11 when I was growing up. It was out of New York City. And the one thing I remember most about that channel, on the weekends, they would show these little movies. It was called the Bowery Boys. And it's kind of hard to explain. It was kind of set in the 50s. It was a black and white show, and it was about these group of fellows who lived in the Bowery and all the crazy escapades they got into. It was like a comedy.
I remember watching a little bit of Love Boat and Fantasy Island. I was a little too young for it when the people around me were watching it, so I didn't always understand what I was watching or whatever. But I at least am aware of them.
Yes, WPIX.
It's funny. I know y'all are talking about a TV channel or whatever, but that made me think of WKRP in Cincinnati.
Ah, okay.
Fucking love that show.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched St. Elsewhere. I was aware of it. Wings, too. I never really watched it.
Ah.
So. I'm sorry. I was a huge I Love Lucy fan for a long time. Thought she was hilarious. But also I was like, there was a point I was at an age, I was like, wow. Can they film this show in black and white? But I'm also the one who got very freaked out and very worried, and a little bit anxious when I saw the end of the Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes.
Ah, yes.
Not to spoil something that has been spoiled for however many years, but I think what had happened was my dad was watching that movie, and I had fallen asleep, and so I was aware of the movie, but I was kind of dozing off in and around it. And when I woke up was right at the end, when he realizes what has happened. And I was like, is that gonna happen? But also, I was the kid when I learned in science class in elementary school that at some point in maybe 1 billion years, our sun as a star is going to explode and all life as we know it will end. I was very freaked out by that. I think partly because I couldn't conceive like 1 billion years, but I was like, but that's but what if it happens? Like, what if I'm still around? Never mind. I will not be here in 1 billion years. We all know that. But yeah, I was easily terrified of things. So I guess that's all that. The moral of that story is.
Yeah.
I saw something about Magic Garden, and why is that ringing a bell?
I don't know.
It's familiar. So what were some 70s shows? Because we were just talking about, so WKRP in Cincinnati. Freaking love that.
70s shows? I can, first one that popped right in my head, MASH.
Of course, obviously I watched that in syndication. And I loved that show too.
Yeah.
I didn't always understand the depth of it because I was watching it as a little kid. But I really liked that one.
MASH was a big thing. Look forward to watching that.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Trying to think what else.
Was Laugh-In a 60s show or a 70s show?
Early 70s, I believe.
What? Was it a comedy variety show? What was it?
It was a comedy show.
Welcome Back, Kotter. I saw.
Yeah, oh yeah, Welcome Back, Kotter. Yeah.
Yeah, to this day, if I catch somehow flipping something and I see MASH, I will watch it. Every time. Every time. Taxi, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Oh, some things caught my eye. Is it G. Nikita's World? Hello, by the way. If I'm saying your name wrong, please correct me. No, we do not train. We don't directly one-to-one mentor or train. That's not something that we do.
No.
Outside of our wheelhouse. Not our thing.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Charles in Charge. I remember that show.
Trying to think. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name.
Charles in Charge makes me think of them.
Yeah.
Mr. Belvedere and Webster. And there's some other shows around that time.
Help me out here, folks. I can't for the life of me remember the name now, but I can see all the characters' names. Ron Howard and Henry Winkler.
Happy Days.
Happy Days. Yes.
How did I know that? Now, I need, because I don't feel like Googling. I know the Google machine would tell me this, but somebody educate me. You or somebody. It was set in like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
But it actually came out when?
Yes.
Was it a 70s, 80s show? 80s? I'm so
Benny Hill, yeah.
Oh, my dad liked Benny Hill. Different Strokes. Facts of Life was one of my favorite shows. Remember my manners and chew and swallow and then talk. Oh my God, I loved Facts of Life. Oh my, I wanted to be Joe. That is who I wanted to be. That is who I wanted to be.
Well, technically, I didn't forget it, Silent Winged. I just couldn't remember the name. I remembered the characters and Shirley and Laverne and...
Yeah, there's like a... Because when I was born and when shows started being syndicated, I'm aware of shows that I never got to watch. Laverne and Shirley, Morgan Mindy. Like, I know about them, but I never got to watch them. Just a weird... I was born in 79, so I'm a 70s kid, but not really. I'm an 80s kid. I thought Mork and Mindy was a spinoff. Okay, thank you. Happy Days was 1974.
Mork and Mindy was the spin-off from Happy Days. I believe so.
Lord. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I think so.
What?
It was a spin-off from...
Oh, there was one I was just thinking of. Crap. I forgot. It'll come back to me. I liked Different Strokes. I don't remember, like, watching it regularly. I feel like I only got to watch certain sort of episodes, but...
Oh, Buck Rogers. And then there was the whole Linda Carter did the Wonder Woman thing. And there was the Wonder Woman. $6 Million Man?
No, and I don't. I have a vague...
And the Bionic Woman?
Like, I've heard of those, but no...
Yeah.
No connection to any of them. Punky Brewster. You know what's
Brewster,
weird?
yeah.
Very well aware of Punky Brewster. I'm positive I watched some episodes, but did not watch that regularly at all either. I'm wondering if it was because when it was on and popular and not in syndication, that was at a time when we literally got like a channel and a half at my house. And the only time I got to watch it is if I was like at my grandmother's house or my great-grandmother's house or somewhere other than home. Because I have clear memories of watching it, but just not regularly at all. I'm trying to remember the thing I was thinking of. Well, I have forgotten it, but it won't make me... Oh, man. I love Facts of Life. Oh, okay. Even says they did a comedy hour last week where they acted out Facts of Life in Different Strokes, and Jennifer Aniston played Blair on it.
Oh, wow.
My gosh. Oh, Blair. She was so stuck up. I loved them all, though. So I wanted to be Joe, but it was definitely Natalie. I'm just pretty sure I was Natalie, but I wanted to be Joe. I thought Joe was so tough and so cool. I mean, it was the trauma, baby. But I'm just spitting now. Thank God we're in our own house. But, I just thought she was... I wanted to be a girl like Joe. I was definitely a Natalie. I have only seen a little bit about the fact that there's a movie coming up, the Lucy and Disney movie, so I don't have any opinions.
Okay, see, I didn't even know there was
but
one.
Part of me kind of wants to watch it. Part of me does not want to be disappointed
Yeah.
From whatever it might, whatever.
And that's all that's left, huh?
All that's left. Nikita's World. We're eating potato chips and French onion dip because we're eating our feelings because that's what we do. Actually, I have found that when I'm emotionally eating, the thing I crave the most is crunchy stuff. If it's not crunchy, it's not satisfying. And then I just keep eating. Oh, okay. I've not heard of that. Poison Ivy with Michael J. Fox and Joe from Facts Life. But the show, Family Ties with Michael J. Fox, loved that show too. Loved that show. I kind of wanted my parents to be like Keatons. Yeah,
the Keatons, yeah.
They were not like the Keatons. I'm trying to follow the live chat. Sorry, y'all. And chew and swallow. Oh, thank you, Maggie. I can't do pickled beets. My mom would just eat like a jug of pickled beets if you let her. She loves vinegary flavors though. She is the one who taught me at way too young of an age. She's like, if you just drink pickle juice, it's like an appetite suppressant. I was like, why are you teaching me this, Mom? I'm 9. But she actually, I think now that she's older, I think she finally has just admitted to herself she just likes to drink pickle juice. We had pickled beets way too much when I was a kid. I'm like, no thank you. No thank you, don't make me eat those.
That's funny.
See, I wouldn't want to watch. I mean, I guess I probably would want to watch it, but I wouldn't want to watch it. Like, play your original characters. Be those people again. Yeah. Yeah, I watched Facts of Life through at the boarding school days into the running that weird, very 80s shop, living in the house days. It was wild.
I mean, I've never actually drank pickle juice, but I like pickles. I probably would like pickle juice.
I like pickles too. Okay, Mr. Spock, what is it used for medicinally? Tell me that. I do like pickle juice. Well, I don't like dill pickle juice. I hate sweet pickles. But I like garlic pickle juice. But then you're getting chunks of garlic. And maybe what I like is the garlic. This poor hand is coated in salt and grease.
Lola.
She's over there snoring her little heart out.
She is.
JB got video of Lola snoring, and it's adorable. We should post that in our Discord.
Yeah.
You've been posting shit on your vanilla Facebook, which means I can't share it with anybody else. Because I'm sending them to your vanilla Facebook.
Huh. Really? I had no idea.
Okay,
All right.
electrolyte replacement. Andre, you would think we are the people who it's like, oh, you want us to use a clove of garlic? I think you meant 6 cloves of garlic. Garlic is not keeping people away from me. And I think even if it did, they would stand 10 feet away and still shout their life story at me. Oh, God. What we learned recently was that 3 of the 4 of us in this house that we know of have this kind of face where you just sit there quietly and somebody will tell you their whole life story. I don't know if the oldest has that experience. I need to ask him one day. But what we learned is when we go out together, you magnify the power.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I and the 12-year-old went out a few weeks ago after we'd been vaccinated, and it was like we felt comfortable. We go out, and the server at the restaurant told us,
oh yeah,
and just never stopped talking. And even the 12-year-old looked at me, oh, what is this? I'm like, this is, some would call it a superpower, but I'm pretty sure it's a curse. I'm sorry. And we've magnified this power by 3 by sitting here together quietly, not even talking to one another. I mean, I don't...
Just wanting to eat our food.
Just gonna have my food. Be sure to tell me your life story, because I got one of those faces.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, X, I kind of get you, but, you know, eating, drinking, I don't drink a pickle, I eat a pickle. So therefore, am I drinking the juice?
You're ingesting the juice?
Yeah.
And I agree. Who was it? Where was it? Maggie, sweet pickles are despicable. Like, they're a crime against nature. Why would we sweeten a pickle? The name pickle implies the sour. Why would we put something... I don't want sweet and sour chicken. I certainly don't want sweet and sour pickles. Okay? No. The only acceptable way to eat cauliflower is rice filled with cheese and cream cheese, and you call it fake macaroni and cheese.
Or roasted with Parmesan cheese on top.
Roasted vegetables of any kind are the way to eat them. Mm-hmm. So I got you to eat Brussels sprouts. Yeah. That's how I got you to eat asparagus. Have we roasted broccoli yet? We could.
We haven't.
We could. We could roast anything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't eat a pickled onion. I'm not eating pickled eggs. I'm not eating pickled pig's feet. Have I seen those sold in convenience stores along the South? Yes, I have. I'm not eating one. You can't make me. I should stop eating these chips. My stomach's starting to hurt.
That's a good sign. You should stop eating them.
We made a serious dent in the dip. Well, yes, I would rather have real mac and cheese, but sometimes that's not the best solution. So, and here's the size of the bowl that the chips are in, and here are the chips that are left. I want fried green tomatoes. That's what I want to eat.
I've seen her destroy a plate of fried green tomatoes.
Oh, I could eat a bushel of fried green tomatoes by myself. Don't make me share with anybody. Don't give me anything else. Just slice them, fry them, put them in front of me. I will eat them. Have I had rutabaga?
I don't think so.
Because I know, like, in my childhood, I didn't. Well, you've never fed me rutabaga.
No. The only way I've eaten rutabaga is in pie. Strawberry No, that's rhubarb.
That was rhubarb.
Never mind.
Wrong R vegetable.
Yeah.
Fruit?
Wrong, yeah.
Food.
Sorry, got a little confused there with my veggies.
Fruits? Veggies?
I was trying to think.
Is rhubarb a fruit or a veggie? Rutabaga is a root vegetable.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Is it a tuber? Like potatoes are?
I'm not sure.
What classifies something as a tuber? Other than that it is tube-shaped, I'm assuming.
Never ate them, but if it's what I'm visualizing in my mind, it looks like a large radish.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Okay.
Ah. You know, the good stuff Silent Winged is gut unfriendly, I have found. Which is why I keep eating it and my gut keeps being unfriendly to me. I've had turnips.
Go to the gym, work out until your feet are good and ripe, then mash a potato, and that's rutabaga.
I mean, rhubarb is a stem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is somebody... Do you walk around with this knowledge in your head, or are you just Googling for me because I won't Google? I could Google. I know I could. Yeah, we've all seen me try to do multiple things at once, and it does not work. If I have to type something while a stream is going, I'm not speaking. If I have to write it down, I'm not speaking. If I'm speaking, I can't read. So... I'm not afraid... Well, afraid's not a... I'm not unwilling to try root vegetables because the starches tend to be my friend. I mean, they're not my friend because, well, they want to hang around a little bit longer than every other food, but they are my friend because they tend to be tasty to me. I like starchy foods. This stream will not become the great rutabaga war of 2021, y'all. Just Onyx. What are you doing by the door? Why are all the cats going to the doors now? I wish you'd let me pick you up. Nobody will believe you exist. Wish you'd get brave and jump up here. She's not food motivated though, so she ain't jumping up here. If Ella knew, Ella would be up here.
Oh yeah.
Lady Fluffy Cakes, I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Rutabaga is also the go-to word if you have to joke about safe words, yes. I know I've seen a excuse me, I have hiccups. I know I've seen a rutabaga. I'm not even sure I've seen rhubarb, like in its like natural state. Well, not natural. It's grocery store state. I know I haven't seen it in its natural
My mom
state.
used to grow it.
I have hiccups now. Oh my gosh. I might burp. I might do something else. Oh my gosh. Parsnips I have had, and they were good.
I don't think I've ever had them.
I have to say our conversation there's been an evolution over the now literal years.
Yeah.
Because our TV topics were old as shit. And our food topics so far have been started at pickled beets, y'all. And we have ended up at rutabaga and rhubarb. And parsnip, there's some nuance, there's some depth being added here. If I recall, early days of this weird thing we do on the internet, there was a lot of conversation about pie. I'm not opposed to the conversation about pie. I'm just saying, I think we might have matured. There's layers to this now.
Eva, I'm making brownies for Christmas dinner.
I have to tell this. Oh my God, I have to tell this. So first of all, I do think we are probably going to order Chinese just because that'll be easier. In a perfect world, I will have been home from the hospital for a day at that point. And I'll just be like on my pain meds, sitting on the couch, whatever. Being rotated and walked every couple of hours, whatever. So we already know that. So we have been buying special food for Christmas Day. We're just not worried about it, which is fine. We also knew that a band fundraiser, the order that was placed, my mom paid for it. She told all of us, everybody pick something and I'll pay for it. And I was like, I'm gonna let you. It's basically all desserts. I think there was one of the things ordered were soft pretzels, but in this school fundraiser order that came home this week, which we knew was part of, we'll have it with Christmas. That way we had desserts covered and we didn't have to worry about desserts. There's a pumpkin cheesecake. There's a peanut butter chocolate cookie dough. There's an apple caramel cookie dough thing. And then there's some soft pretzels. That was random, but there we are. And I think there even might be something else cinnamon rolls. There's cinnamon rolls. Now, obviously, we're not going to eat every single solitary bit of that at Christmas, but the idea was that was for Christmas. Those would be our desserts. We are in Sam's Club, the bulk membership club, buying groceries. We're getting everything on our list, and we're being real good about it, and we're not going crazy with buying extra stuff. And we know what time of year it is. It's Christmas time. So all the goodies are out. We walk by two displays. One is a bulk box of triple chocolate brownies, and the other is the bulk box of sugar cookies. And I was able to go, we cannot buy both of these. Which one do you want? And it was almost the bulk box of sugar cookies. And then I was like, yeah, but the decoration doesn't come with it. You'd have to get that separate. And you went, oh, I don't want to do that. Next thing I know, he has collected this box of triple chocolate brownie mix. It is 4 separate, slightly larger than normal size, triple chocolate brownie mix bags inside this one box. That's what he's cooking for Christmas.
Have you seen our boys eat brownies? I'll be lucky to get one bite out of that.
If I don't get a brownie, if I don't get my own plate of brownies, I'm going to be mad. Actually, you know what I want more than... I do want to eat a brownie, of course. You know what I need to do, right? And I'm so sorry. I might drag my recovering ass into the kitchen to oversee this. I have to lick the bowl and the spoon and the beaters.
Okay.
I know it's emblazoned across the box real big. Do not eat raw brownie batter. They will have to pry the raw brownie batter from my cold, dead hands. I will be licking that batter. Oh my gosh.
Good night, Sir Smoopsy Pants.
Thanks for being here
for
this scintillating conversation.
Mm-hmm. Right, Silent? I mean, that way there's a variety.
That's a lot to buy in bulk.
I know.
Knowing what is in our freezer right now of the stuff that was ordered from the school fundraiser.
Yeah.
So how many times do you think you'll make brownies over the Christmas holiday break?
Every day.
I remember being in college. Now, college was my first real taste of freedom from home, like it can be for a lot of people. I'd had a little bit of freedom, like the school year, my senior year of high school, because both my parents were at work, and they couldn't, like, hover over me anymore. But it wasn't the same. I still had to go home to them. I still had curfew, stuff like that. So I'm in college, living away 2 hours from home. And I realized that they give you, in our dorm room, there was this teeny tiny little kitchenette. There was a mini fridge or a couple little cabinets, a little bit of storage space. You could treat it kind of like a microwave. You could treat it kind of like a kitchen. And I realized, not early enough, like I didn't realize it on day one, but within the first couple of months of my freshman year, I realized, wait, you can just go to a store, and if you have money, you can buy anything you want, and then you can just bring it back to your college dorm, and you can just eat it. And you don't have to ask, and it doesn't have to be a certain time. And I learned this when a college roommate bought cake mix, mixed the batter, and then slowly over a period of time ate the cake batter. Well, I did it first with frosting. Gee, I don't know where that 30 pounds came from my freshman year of college. It's a mystery. So I slowly ate frosting. Just like I'd dip my spoon in, I'd get a little lick, I'd pop it back. We all knew whose like weird thing was whose. Nobody was trying. And then I tried it with brownie batter. And
it was a whole new experience, wasn't it?
Oh, the freedom. It's too much freedom. I could not handle the privilege and the responsibility of being semi on my own in a college dorm with money and the ability to get to a Walmart. Like, there was too much. There was too much freedom because I did not use it wisely. I ate a lot of brownie batter. I have no regrets, but I ate a lot of brownie batter. Oh, gosh. You know, X, I feel the same way. Look, I either have a constitution that is immune to whatever is going to kill me in all that raw batter, or, maybe it's not that bad, is all I'm saying. Maybe the problem is if I go too long without eating it, then there's a problem. The gut biome is like, where is our salmonella? Where is our E. coli? We're waiting. And I'm not giving it to him, and that's why my stomach always hurts.
Huh. Imagine that.
I still cannot. I don't think I've ever had a rum ball.
Oh my gosh, rum balls were a staple
I've
in our
had a
house
rum ball, but it's
around the
been
holidays.
ages, like 20 years ago, maybe. I don't remember what they taste like. I mean, other than rum. Like I
They
get
were
that,
they were the way my mom and grandmother made them.
Mm-hmm.
They'd make them in a bowl like this,
Mm-hmm.
and they were probably about that big around,
Mm-hmm.
smothered in honey,
Oh goodness. Okay.
and then they even put like sprinkles on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And it was just this big thing of rum balls in a bowl like this.
Oh gosh.
And you just like pull it and the honey would just like drip off. And
The part of me that thinks some things are too sweet, like that part in the back of my throat just went, oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Ooh, butter and yes, Lady Fluffy Cakes. I never did that, but I totally would have. My favorite thing about baking, and you have to mix certain ingredients in certain orders, is depending on the combo of the ingredients. Oh yeah, I'm dipping my finger in there. That's the love I put in on my cooking. It's where I have licked my finger and then put it back in. It's fine. And I know I've done that when I have had to mix butter and sugar for something before I put in the other ingredients. And yeah, that's good. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Now let me see. At our holidays, we did mostly pies. That was always our thing with pies. Now my dad he would make peanut brittle.
Mm.
And we made divinity. I still don't love divinity, but we made divinity.
Now, my mom used to cook a couple German cookies for Christmas.
I know.
Pfeffernuss and Springler.
I remember.
And, oh my gosh, I loved those cookies, especially the Pfeffernuss.
I remember tasting them probably the last time she brought them over when we still lived close enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have the memories attached. They were good, but I was like, okay.
Nope, I loved that for Christmas. And
You also like marzipan.
marzipan, yeah.
I didn't like the flavor of that. I took a taste. I was not. Oh my gosh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Melted chocolate and
All right.
cookies, rolled in parchment paper to make a salami. Okay. No, I'm not baking this year, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'm more than okay with that.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mood to make something to bake, to be in the kitchen, I'm happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to... one, I need to be in the mood for it to be enjoyable for me. And two, I am very rarely in the mood anymore. Like, when I get in the mood... And the problem is when I get in the mood, we don't have the ingredients. And it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I can't be buying ingredients at 9 o'clock at night.
I mean, I was lucky because my mom hasn't baked those cookies in years, but we had a German deli down where I used to work when we lived in the Tampa Bay area, and used to be able to get that at Christmas time still.
I mostly just want to eat frosting. Buttercream frosting. Cream cheese frosting. If you just give me little bowls of that, different colors, it's fine. My newest obsession is watching Instagram reels of cookie decorating and cupcake decorating. And I have opinions on whose style and technique and form I actually like better. I'm going to go get myself some more water.
Okay.
Do you want me to get more chips? Do you want me to take this away? What do you want me to do?
Take it away. Because
carry
if they're here, I'll keep eating.
I have to carry all of these things and get out the door. Okay. If you hear a oh shit, don't worry. It'll be fine.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've tried some marzipan that not really impressed me. I found it at some grocery stores over the years and got all excited and like, ooh, marzipan. And yeah, no, just not as good. When I got it at the German deli that I used to be able to get to, they had the really good marzipan, and I loved it. Yeah, a quitter, Silent. Yeah, probably, but I know if I keep eating, I'll wake up with a carb hangover in the morning. Andre, I've got it right here. I've got it right here. Just you know, I like this when we're at the table because it's nice and just, I can get her good on the arm. You know, right on the meat of the muscle there.
Oh, now you walk your ass away. I don't understand her either, Lola.
What?
I'm talking to Ella.
Oh.
I opened the door and she's meowed and ran at me like, oh, there you are. And I thought she was going to come in. And I was like, look, you can come in with me after I come back in. We got to do stuff first. So, okay, we did. And then I opened the door to come in and she don't want to come in. She ran the other way. I mean, she might have been mad at me because I nearly stepped on her, but mostly that's her fault because she got right under my damn feet. What? Ow! What happened? What?
Move your hand, girl.
What is happening?
Move your hand, girl.
You're making an awfully big deposit, and I have not made a withdrawal of sass.
You're doing it right now.
No! We're negotiating. What the fuck is going on? Ow.
Why is your arm looking
I
kinda red
can't
in that
imagine why. Oh, yeah. We've seen the cream cheese shortage down here. We were in Publix?
Yeah.
And they had a sign up that you were only allowed to buy one thing of cream cheese at a time. You could not buy. Sort of like the toilet paper and paper plate and paper napkin shortage. You're only allowed to buy one at a time. So what I have watched people do is bring in 3 or 4 people and everybody gets some and it's separate purchases.
Right.
Okay. So, yes, weird. It's a weird world right now.
Yes.
The cream cheese shortage of 2021. I got nothing to say. It's fine.
Carl.
Oh my god, I cringed. Like my insides turned outside. Ah! I'm glad I can amuse all y'all and entertain all y'all.
The 12 days of spanking.
I mean, I'm here for that. Look, don't give me marketing ideas when we're already past the damn holiday. I will use those next year.
Well, see, it's Eva's fault that we have a cream cheese shortage.
Right. I don't want cream cheese. Lord. Yeah, I really think we should totally do the 12 days of spankings next year. You have to have enough paddles or hitty things for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Andre. I don't want to tease anybody with our weather is temperate as if it were autumn.
Yeah.
Our highs have been in the high 70s, low 80s. Our lows have been in the mid 50s to low 60s. We're wearing shorts around here, y'all. Turning on the AC. You turn on the AC.
Yeah, I was going to say, day before yesterday, we had to turn the AC back on.
Lord. Ooh, I'm sure there's some companies out there, Lady Fluffy Cakes, doing kinky advent calendars, but I was looking at our stuff going, man, I wish we could do a kinky advent calendar. That'd be so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just... Look, part of my charm, X, is that I squirm when smacked, okay? If I'm not squirming, I'm either meditating and it's gentle, or something's just not gone right. So, night, Missy. Right, Lady Fluffy Cakes? I have to think about that, like... Kinky advent calendar, it can't be $1,000 because it's nothing but paddles. It's got to be kind of small stuff and big stuff and mini stuff and full size stuff. And yeah.
Well, we have a year to think.
I know. Well, do you want to show a thing?
Sure.
I can't convince him he should make this to sell. So he's not showing it as a promo for the Kinkery. He made a thing. We won't say what for, just in case by some off chance a person related to the what for happens upon this. Yeah. But we will show you this thing.
All I will say is it's for a gift
exchange.
Right. So,
but just in case some part of the internet finds us before the exchange occurs, we will not say where this is for. But you have to show this. I cannot convince him he needs to make more of these. So maybe y'all can convince him.
Basically, you had to bring a kinky gift or, pervertible or something. And I thought, well, okay, maybe I can come up with something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could come up with a kinky gift.
And I kind of came up with this.
You call it a pocket paddle.
Yeah.
I've named it Love Tap. Or Love Taps. I'm not sure if I put an S on the end.
Yeah, it's just a little...
It's a little baby paddle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the cutest little paddle. Mm-hmm. It's a motherfucker like they all are.
Yeah.
Because I've already felt it.
Yeah. And, it's great for, the getting certain spots and, and...
I wore a bra for this.
So, yeah, it's kind of...
Ow, it's heavy. It's very heavy.
It is heavy.
Very heavy. Look at my arm, y'all.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you're right. I'm like, put an edge on there, it'd be like a cleaver.
Well, that's the same kind of style as your Enforcer.
As
it's just a miniature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I kind of, called it the pocket paddle, but...
Yeah, because you were thinking about how you would use it. You pop it in your back pocket or your front pocket if it's big enough.
Or in a purse. Fit in a purse. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, it hurts. Look, I am mercenary enough. There's a part of me that's tempted to do a live stream with, like, we have the live, I can't remember what those things are called, the live chat, the donation thing, and somehow do a spank thing and it be like a bidding thing, because I am fucking mercenary and I like being able to pay the mortgage, thanks. But I'm terrified of that, y'all, because I think more of y'all are sadistic out there than realize it. If you're not calling yourself sadistic, I will help you. Some of you are sadistic, and I'm terrified.
Well, that's kind of cool. You have your dunking booths, right, where somebody sits over a tank of water and, you throw a ball and you hit the target, it knocks them in the water. Then you have a kissing booth,
So you're saying a spanking booth?
Yeah.
To bruise me before I go into the hospital. They're gonna ask questions. They're gonna see all my everything.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm sliding off my chair. Trying to get away. There we go.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to scoot up.
Where are you going?
Okay. Is it one of our live streams if at some point somebody's not getting hit with something somewhere somehow?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, X.
Thank you, X.
You know what? I tried not to squirm just for you. I'm just saying. I mean, I failed miserably, but I did try. I know if I go too long without any impact play, it affects my mood. But unfortunately, I can say that. I can put that into words. I'm very clear these days on that, and it's still like, okay, just be moody, quieter. Because we don't have time for shit right now. Oh, see, I don't want that level of temperature, Lady Fluffy Cakes, but I kind of do because the clothes that fit best are my warm clothes. I had to pull out the shorts. Onyx, what are you doing?
She's exploring your desk.
And the printer.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me hide the sticker paper before I get cat hair all over.
Right. So it's funny. You know, Onyx has access from our bedroom to our office through the window. And she often comes through and visits me when I'm sitting at my desk. 3 times now, she has climbed in my lap for pets. And it has taken her a little over a year to get to that point that she will get in my lap for pets.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot. They've both been here a year essentially, and there's both all kinds of differences.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now Ella and Lola have become best friends. The other day we took Lola for a walk, and Lola was crashed out on the floor here in the office, and she was just laying there like a lump. She was a potato. And Ella walked by, saw her laying there, and started cleaning Lola.
How long did Lola let her do that?
Till Ella got tired of doing it and walked away.
Wow. Do you want to purr into the mic, baby? Let everybody hear you purr? Or are you going to lick the mic? Maybe don't lick the mic. No, baby. You went down? Go ahead. I'm good. My sore throat will flare back up.
Yeah, right?
Sorry, I got...
You got floofed.
Oh my God, I'm covered. I'm covered in hair now. Where's my lint brush? Where's my lint brush? Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel furry now. I feel very, very furry. But my cat's cute, so.
Right.
She actually, this was kind of cool. She's taken to sitting at the back door like she wants to go out. which is not, no, we don't want her to do that. But when I walked over to her, after I got Onyx off the flipping printer, I walked over to her, she looked up, and she almost looked happy to see me. Like her eyes widened in a way that was not fear. It was like, oh, you, I know you. And she let me pick her up. So.
Well, it's funny. I mean, these two, Onyx and I have a ritual at night. Before bed, I spend some time with her, and she gets up on the bed, and I pet her, and I brush Onyx. And Onyx loves it. She loves being brushed. And I will sit there and brush her, and she lets me brush one side, and then she rolls over and I brush the other side, and she is just purring at her fullest when I do that. And she is just totally into it. Ella will come into the room when I'm doing that and watch. And if she gets too close, Onyx is like, oh no, this is my time with my human, and she will run her off.
Yeah, she will. Yeah, she will. Oh my gosh. A spankathon.
A spankathon.
That's, yeah. I'm terrified. No, we can't do that.
We'd have to build you back up for that.
I don't want leather butt either. Oh, God, I've got fur in my mouth. I love to cuddle her. I do. Whew, Lord. I think she sheds, probably because she's not getting brushed, she sheds more than Onyx does.
Yeah, she does. She does. She sheds way more. And then Lola, she gets brushed in the morning.
Except when I'm the one waking her up and I don't know that part of the routine, which would explain why she's looking at me like, bitch, you're not done yet.
This is not how we do it.
You've missed steps here.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Yeah. So yeah, when I get up in the morning, I let her out of her crate, and I brush her. First it's the brushing, then it's belly rubs, and then she gets up in my lap to get her ear scratches.
Of course you'll have a whole routine.
Yeah.
Would you be you if you didn't have it mapped out step by step and then follow it religiously every single day? And then get cranky if you miss your routine? I'll say this, the time the cats are both the most loving and the most willing to cut a bitch is around mealtime. They are loving when they think, when they're first starting to demand food. They'll put a paw out and just sort of stroke it along your ankle. They'll rub themselves along your legs. They'll meow real pretty. If you make them wait longer than they think they should have to wait, then they're not rubbing their paw on your ankle. They're scratching you. Or biting, as Ella likes to do. And the meows.
Ella is the worst.
Oh, she is very food aggressive. Not food. She's food motivated. I wouldn't say she's aggressive, but she's very food motivated. So when it's time to eat, she gets hangry.
Ella gets hangry and she lets you know it.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, one thing I've noticed with Ella, if I wake up before the alarm clock and I turn the alarm clock off, she's usually quiet in the morning. Now, if I let the alarm clock go off, that is when she's...
Right, because she knows.
Because when
the sound.
Right.
People are awake now, or they're supposed to be. Oh, you're awake? I'm supposed to be fed. I will stand at your door and meow and sing the song of my people. Oh, God. Whew. Sorry, still have the cat hair out my nose. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, all y'all are talking about the cold weather, and I'm over here going, I keep getting humidities, and it's December.
Yeah, right.
I'm sweating. No, almost every day. Davey, I am so sorry. That absolutely sucks. That absolutely sucks. You know, Silent Wing, Onyx does not care at all. Not really. Ella, now that she has Onyx as an emotional support cat, can hold out until she hears people moving.
Yeah.
But then once she hears people, the alarm or whatever, then she's nonstop.
It's done. She's like,
yeah.
I know if that noise goes off, I know you're supposed to get up, and I know it's time for me to get my food, and I want it.
The thing is I think it would be different if Onyx was similar to Ella in that way. If Onyx cared about food and was like counting the hours down, like I guess Ella must be, Onyx could give two shits. Like, she wants to eat, and when she hears you opening up the can or whatever, yeah, she's there. And if we're late, like our schedules get off, she's letting you know she too is hungry, thanks. But she's not prowling the house all night meowing for anything. She would like to be left alone, thanks. And I think that calms Ella down. If Onyx was like Ella, they would probably both just yowl all night long. So I am very grateful that Lola is a very short-haired dog, and she sheds, because of course she does, but she doesn't shed. I think the cats shed more than she does.
Oh yeah.
Because I do get dog hair on my clothes a lot, but I haven't like been covered in it like I am with the cat.
True.
Oh my gosh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just... My neck is bothering me. My stomach's bothering me. I'm not feeling anything that makes me go, wait, is this allergies or something benign, or is it the Rona? I'm not there right now. Yeah, Lola's such a deep sleeper, thank you God, that she will usually still be mostly asleep until you come in here once you've gotten up.
Yeah, she's such a deep sleeper. Usually I'm able to get at least half a cup of coffee in before she starts stirring.
So she's pretty good about that, too.
Yes.
And she's extremely food motivated. Like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, God, we took her for a walk tonight. Normally we do it midday. Weather's better, more light, whatever. But we didn't have that option today. So we took her on a walk this evening right before the sun went down. And we're walking, and we get on this back road we like to walk. And I don't know what she found on the ground. Nothing I was looking at looked like an edible thing, but she decided it was edible.
Yeah.
Snuffled it down before we could even... I was like, what is she doing? Oh, she swallowed it, whatever it is. We walk. That's a very difficult walk. She did not... She just wanted to sniff. She didn't actually want to walk. It was a sniff, not a walk. We were on our way back home, and next thing you know, she's kind of stopped, gone, And I'm not going to finish the sentence, but y'all get my meaning of what happened, in case anybody got sensitive tummy. And I still can't figure out what she ate. But it came back up. And that's how she is, and my whole point to that was not just to gross her out. She's like that with edible things. Yeah. And she still is good first thing in the morning. Now, by dinner time, she really would like to be fed an hour earlier every day. That would be great for her. But,
she does her...
Oh, yeah. I pull my... I feel you. Now that my hair's gotten long-ish for me, my hair is everywhere. It's what's on me most of all. Can't wait for my haircut next week because, I'll shed. I just won't notice. I'm wondering how much of this white is going to be super visible. I've got... See that is not the black hair that I used to have, y'all. Come on. Oh, she can't figure out how to get out?
No.
Oh, my Lord. Ella's the pretty one.
Honey, She knows. She just comes and
Yeah.
goes through the window.
Ella hadn't figured that shit out. What's wrong with her?
Ella comes in through the window and she's like, "Why can't I get out?"
11:11, make a wish. I mean, by the time anybody hears it, there's a delay. It will be well past that, but still.
True.
I knew it was. I saw a person in the grocery store tonight. Their hair was a little shorter than I envisioned for myself, but super, super short. And I'm nudging JB like, look. And he can't read my mouth because we're wearing masks. And I'm trying not to be loud because the person was like 10 feet away. But I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. He turns right as they turn. And they're kind of curvy. Like, that was a nice ass. And I was like, the hair. Did you see the hair? He was like, oh, yeah, I saw the hair. I was like, what do you think of the hair? The hair? That person with, the hair. He was looking at the damn hair. Oh, yeah, Christy, when I had long hair, oh, yeah, there would be hair wrapped around bits and pieces not belonging to me as well. Yes.
Excuse me.
No, I'm ready for this to go.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost pull it into a ponytail. Almost.
Here, let me help with that.
Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I'm sorry. What are we doing? Yeah, the whole only thing is but see, my plan is to put keep length up here, so you'd have to go up higher.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Kind of like.
Oh, yes,
like that,
yes, please.
Right?
Yeah. Look, if you could just like a couple times a day, just do that. That'd clear my mind right up. Works a trick every time. What else? Oh, I'm tapping on the mic, babe. Sorry, I forget. Sorry. The first time I realized that hair could find its way to places was when the oldest was still in diapers and I was changing a diaper, y'all. I was like, what is this? Oh shit. Fixed it real quick. So I love the idea of long hair, and I love long hair in other people. I tend to admire other people's hair when it's all long and it looks all pretty, and I'm like, I don't like it on my neck. I don't like it around my ears. This is driving me crazy, and I don't do anything with my hair. If I let my hair grow out, you will not see it down. I will have pulled it back to get it off my neck and off my ears, and it will be slicked back, and all you'll see is this big round head, and especially the forehead. So it's better if I just cut the fucking shit short, but like have it frame my face in a way. And right now, especially since I'm going through hot flashes more often than not, I lay down at night and all this hair is like here, and I'm like, oh my god, this is miserable. And so I actually, even though it's really short, I pull it out on the pillow and put my bare neck on the pillow, and then my hair is all like splayed out. And then I wake up in the next morning and my hair is still all splayed out. It looks crazy, but I'm less miserable. I think part of it's a heat thing, and part of it's a sensory thing. I hate it around my ears. I'm a little bit scared about the haircut I want to get, because the last time I had it, I was 30 years old and 30 pounds lighter. So I don't know what it's going to look like. Oh, and my hair was darker. I wasn't dyeing it then. And it was like, it was just darker.
Yeah.
It looked brown.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I mean, you at least can go, yeah, okay, you're 60, okay, and your hair is not its original factory installed color. I am 42. I did feel kind of a kinship with the person who did my blood work and my EKG today, because her hair was long, but from here to her roots was her gray coming in, and had been colored, and she was letting it grow out, and I was like, okay. I see you. Couldn't have my hair that damn long, but I feel ya. Oh, goodness. I got nothing, y'all.
Really? You?
My mind is a blank. The things on my mind are the things I got to get done tomorrow, and then the to-do list I have to make for all the life admin stuff, which is the stuff I want to get done before the day of surgery and the stuff I need to prep so y'all can, like, be fine, because I have every intention of making good use of the pain meds if I need it. Yeah, and that purple wasn't even the purple I ultimately want. I want a violet bright ass purple. The purple I used to have was more of a eggplant plum, and it was beautiful and I like it, but thanks, X. Always love a good backhanded compliment. Great. I have been watching silver come into my hair since I was like 19 or 20, but that's typical with any dark-haired person. You'll have one here, one there. No big deal. But apparently over the past 6 months to a year, it's just come in full force. I'm not fully gray. I'm not fully white or whatever, but that's more not brown than brown. I actually kind of don't mind, but I kind of want to bitch about it. So,
Davey, it's been a couple years since I've let my hair grow out. What's kind of funny, and it made me chuckle a little bit, because I think it was Crow that was talking about how let her hair grow out and kind of, gone back to the hippie roots.
Excuse me.
When I was young, because the way my hair grows, it never really grew long. It just
you have an afro.
Out.
I mean, he can use a pick and stick it in.
I had an afro.
It's very tight, coily, springy hair.
So I went around with this huge head of hair when I was younger, and
did you do it because you knew it would drive your mother insane?
Well, it was kind of the
I know it was the style, yeah, but come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because somehow your mom looked at your hair and went, you know what? This has to be slicked down to the head.
She would like to see it parted on the side.
Right. I mean, you don't even have my part just lives.
Yeah,
like, I have a line down the center of my damn head. No, yours just grows.
Yeah. And for many years, Davey, I never let it grow out that much, but I had it, grown out.
Even when you grow it out a little bit, like this, the length you keep now is kind of new. It was your pandemic cut.
It was my pandemic cut,
right?
And I just kind of stuck with it.
And I like it, and it looks good. But when I see pictures of you before that, when it was a little bit longer, it is just sort of puffy.
Yeah.
It's volume.
Silent, yes.
Yeah, Bob Ross.
Yeah.
I would say, based on the pictures I've seen, yours might have been a more tightly coiled curl.
Yeah.
But yes, Bob Ross is.
And what was funny, because of the way my hair is, it was hilarious. Think of someone with all this hair, and as a kid, I'd jump in the pool or we'd go to the swimming hole. The water would just roll off of it.
Okay. Yeah, yes, pandemic grays, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much, Crow, never know what could be in there.
Yeah, I know. I like the pictures. because they're fun, and I can, in my imagination, you're very groovy. But if you did that now, I would not have fun. I would be like, how can I help you have shorter hair? What do you need from me? How can I serve in this way in order for your hair to be shorter?
I think back in that day I could pull it off. I don't think I could
well, you did have the fringe vests.
Yeah.
And the bell bottoms.
Yeah.
And we would call them crop tops now, but I don't know if y'all even used, if that was the term for them, but basically your flat washboard abs hanging out shirt, and you're picking your hair, and I'm pretty sure you were in like boots of some sort, and just being groovy walking down the road. Like you were probably smoking something, ingesting something, or otherwise doing illicit. And
listening to my 8-track at full volume.
Yeah. And all that was happening, and I wasn't even an embryo yet.
And I may just be persuaded to pop a picture up in Discord. Yeah, I'm
willing to do more in Discord than I would do on the open internet, because it's like a close community, and I just feel a little bit better. Oh, I saw a question come, and now the chat has been. Ian asked, "Did you ever check out Punch Brothers?"
No.
Music.
I'll have to check that out. Let me write that down, otherwise I will forget.
Yeah. So, I think, talking about gray hairs, I know, because I've had these conversations with women older than me, that the thing that weirded them out was not the gray hair up top, it was the gray hair down below. And I'm like, well, we'll just keep waxing that shit, then I don't have to worry about gray hairs down there, thanks. But the thing that has freaked me out is because, you have hair, you shed, right? We were just talking about that. It's when I realized that the hairs that are shedding are no longer dark brown. They're white, they're gray, they're silver. I'm like, what? What? Now my shedding hair is sparkly? Like, there's so much of it can shed? What is happening? Oh, and when I saw, was it a silver hair or a white hair? I don't know. In my fucking eyebrows, I plucked the fucker, okay? Fucking plucked it. I don't care. It could be like a spot that's a bullseye in the center of my brow. I'm going to pluck it and then use a brow pencil. No, we're not.
And Andre, Lucy was definitely a brat.
Look, she was a creative thinker, and he did not close the loopholes. I don't see how she can be blamed for him not thinking through the things he wanted her to do. Just saying.
A brat or a Sam?
No, she's definitely a brat.
Brat, yeah.
She didn't want the spanking.
That's true. True.
No, Lucy was a brat. For sure. I think Ethel was a smart ass masochist.
Yep.
Yep. That's what I think. Actually, no, I think Ethel might have been the dom. I'm thinking of Fred.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think Ethel was the dom for sure. Yes. I do think that. Look, does anybody know? Because I'm not going to let my leg hair grow out, but does that come in gray and silver too? Because if so, I'll just be shaving until I'm 90. And I know, because I know this from my own relatives, a lot of my relatives are like, oh, as you get older, the hair, you don't need to shave. The hair doesn't grow the same way. And I'm like, no, my people are a swarthy people. No, I will be a Chewbacca level furry probably till the day I die. So we just have to keep shaving. I don't know what to tell you. But if it comes in gray, I'm definitely never gonna stop shaving. I can't. The the white hair in the eyebrow was traumatic enough things. And Davey, the Discord that we're referencing is part of our Patreon membership. So if you become a patron, once you log in and you're there, there's like a space where you can click a thing for the Discord and get access and all that good stuff. So, see, yeah, okay, X, if you're getting them on your arms, it means, of course, we could get them on our legs, which means, hello, I'll have to shave for fucking ever, because I just can't. I just can't.
I've got gray hairs on my back.
Yeah, you are a swarthy person as well. God, I mean, there's a part of me that wishes that somehow time could, like, have been done differently, and we were young enough to have, like, biological children together, and then I think, oh my God, they would have been furry. Between the two of us, they would have been furry. See, silent, but if you can't unsee it, that's because I'm right. It was accurate. I called it. Ethel's the dumb. Now I want to rewatch I Love Lucy and watch it through a power exchange lens. Oh God. Ooh.
Well, but if
Could that be?
But if you think about it, you know, talking about him, I mean, let's face it, there are many dynamics based on the 1950s households.
Absolutely, for sure. That's a whole thing that people follow to the best of their ability. Absolutely. And I don't know enough about it to talk on it, so I'm not gonna, but definitely. I would just like to dress that way, but also I don't like waistbands or anything actually touching me. So, you know what? I'm not trying to come on to you, Andre, but I'm good. This made me think of it. I actually find gray chest hair, just like I find slightly darker chest hair sexy. I find gray chest hair kind of sexy too. You have some gray in your chest hair. You do. I find that sexy. I find that sexy. Okay, so I had an idea. Yes, thankfully we didn't give birth to them. If I had like popped a couple out and combined our genetics, I'm telling you, they would have rivaled the actual pets as fur babies. I'm just saying. So, no, I had an idea. Oh my gosh. This could be late night. I've lost my fucking mind, and this won't even make sense in the morning.
Probably.
And that's okay. Look, you get to have like 10 million ideas, and then maybe one is all you got to follow. It's fine. The more ideas you have, the more chances there are you'll finally land on a good one. What if?
If is the middle word of life.
We watched shows like I Love Lucy and others from past to present and looked at them through a power exchange lens. Like Lucy and Desi, that's definitely a DDLG thing going on. And Ethel and Fred, Ethel is definitely, and we like tried to suppose what they were. And we just like did that and ruined everybody's favorite shows. I mean, it would get demonetized and there might even be copyright strikes. I don't know. But wouldn't that be fucking cool? I think that might be cool.
I have to give that some thought.
Look, I feel a kinship with a person like Hank Green. I'm not as smart as Hank Green. I'm certainly not as successful as Hank Green. But Hank Green walks around every day coming up with 10 million ideas knowing he doesn't have time for them. And of all his ideas, maybe one might work out, but you only need one to work out. And I truly, up until quite recently, was like, there is something wrong with me. There's something wrong. I have all these passions and all these ideas, and you can't do all the things, which is true. And I just felt like a weirdo in the content creator kind of realm. And then I heard Hank Green talk about himself. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a wannabe Hank Green. I'm okay with that. Guess their kink. That would actually be a good name, Christy. Thank you. Bewitched. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a meme that's probably been going around forever, but I just saw it recently about it's Jeannie from the bottle.
I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie. Mm-hmm. And she's got her arms crossed. She's got that little face that she would sometimes make, and the caption is like, "I was a slave. We were master slave or whatever before it was cool," or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, my fear of doing anything like that where you do commentary on stuff that has very clear copyright. YouTube is so fucked up about that shit. I mean, to a certain extent it's good because people's copyright should not be violated, but sometimes you're trying to be a commentary or repurpose a thing in a way that's not supposed to violate it, and they'll still fuck you over. And it makes me nervous, but wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah.
That would be so cool. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to get better at editing videos if we're gonna do something like that. I know less than the basics. I do a pretty good job of getting your dramatic pauses out.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you do what I don't do. You think before you speak. I start speaking and hope my brain will catch up with my mouth.
Gushes out. It's like Niagara Falls.
I'm sure it started on TikTok, but I see it on Reels. There is a soundbite, and I think it's Michael from the Office, where he goes, "I never kind of know where I'm going. I just open my mouth, I start speaking, and hope I catch up with the conversation along the way or whatever." And I feel that on a very deep level.
Good night, Ian. Thanks for joining us.
Night. So, I mean, it should count fair use. That was the term I was trying to think. It should count as fair use, but sometimes YouTube wants to be a rat bastard, and it'll.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're playing in YouTube's sandbox, so to speak.
And they're weird about who does what. So smaller creators can sometimes get away with stuff that bigger creators can't, and then bigger creators can certainly get away with stuff that smaller creators can't, and it just makes me nervous. So, ooh, Lady Fluffcakes, I did not know that. Yeah, and I know if I'm careful about how long a clip is, that's usually okay. I've tried to look up some of that for other things I had in mind that didn't pan out. Yeah, and that's true. Things get reported, and some of the companies that own the copyright on the content have like automatic things that, like, the moment you try to publish your video, something about, I don't understand the mechanics of it, I just know I've watched enough YouTubers talk about it that it makes me nervous. And it will piss anybody and everybody off to do a thing and then have all that effort be wasted because maybe you can't make a video public or you get a copyright strike or whatever. But I have an irrational anger about inefficiency and waste of time. And it is irrational, and I know it's irrational. And so if I foresee that something might be deemed later a waste of my time, I physically struggle to do it at all. And that's a thing. So, yeah, maybe a Patreon thing where I can keep the video unlisted. I don't know. I've got some ideas for some Patreon only content for next year. Yeah, I'll have to play with it. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to learn. We'll have to try it. It'll have to go wrong before I can make it go right. All of that. I hate that. Can't things just go right the first time out? What? I just want everything to be perfect from the moment I do the thing. That's all. I want it to not take too much time. I want it to be very efficient, and I want it to be right. Am I asking too much? Yes, I'm asking too much, and I know I am, but it's just... Hi, I'm a hot mess. This is who I am. It's also why I'm a terrible boss. I haven't ranted. I kind of don't want to rant. I don't have the energy to rant. I could tell you about something that made me want to rant, and then I went, I'm not fucking ranting. This is not worth ranting over. And so I danced on the internet. I did that today. One of our Instagram posts must have gotten shared over by... Okay, so let me back up. I had an Instagram post from like a few days ago that got its first negative comment, and it wasn't negative, it was just dismissive, and I ignored it because I usually ignore that kind of stuff. And that person or somebody else must have shared it and been like, I just imagine they probably shared it and went, look at this dumb shit or something. I don't know. Because next thing I know, like, all kinds of folks who are not our folks showed up and were disparaging of the post of BDSM of the lifestyle. And I wanted to rant. Like, I wanted to, like, tell them to fuck them and the horse they rode in on. I didn't. I didn't have time. I had shit to do. So I was like, what do we do? So I danced. Turned it into a reel. Flipped off the camera. It was cleansing. It was therapeutic. It's not as therapeutic as a rant, but it's pretty good. Yeah. So I could rant about that, but I don't want to. I don't want to rant about that. Disrespect, that does suck. But that means you have rum for later. So.
The night is early.
No, the night is not. We are 23 minutes till midnight, and I'm doing a little bit of counting down to get there. I'm not overly tired. I'm worn out. It's not the kind of tired like, oh, I could go to sleep. It's like I'm run down.
Yeah. It's been a long week.
We've been in the grind part of the hustle and grind for the past couple weeks. Yeah. A little bit more than I like.
And, yeah, we've had some stuff, you know, it's, yeah.
Oh, now I'm singing Taylor Swift. Sorry. Well, I mentioned the thing, and then I was like...
Oh, the reel?
Yeah. It was cleansing to do that. It also felt... So I am, from childhood, I'm a people pleaser who's terrified to get in trouble. And a perfectionist. And so to allow even a tenth of my annoyance to show is actually very daring for me. Because I can talk about situations and people that I'm not coming in contact with and have never interacted with me, and they don't feel quite real to me. But commenters on the internet are there to interact and can do whatever crazy shit they like to do, and they feel like real people to me. And it is very daring to go to feel like I'm saying directly to a person, fuck you. Even though there's nothing wrong with it, where sometimes it's needed, sometimes it's the best possible response, sometimes it's the only response. But my inner perfectionist, people-pleasing, don't ever get in trouble with anybody in authority, or don't make anybody mad at you, because that could go terribly wrong for you. That part of me still definitely exists, and so I made it, I danced, I flipped off the camera, and I was like, I'm having a good time, and I got a lot of positive feedback, which was certainly good for, I could use dopamine hits, it was great. But I was, like, also going, oh my God, who's going to be mad at me because I did this? And that was, like, part of what was in my head this morning. I'm a hot fucking mess. I don't know. I hope that's not news to anybody around here. I pretty much wear my hot fucking mess on my sleeve, so you know. But I was... Yeah. I'm going to run 2021 out on the rails.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like an old farm wife with a broom knocking it out of the fucking house. Get. Go. Fuck you, 2021. Thank you, Christy. I'm enjoying making them. I still feel very awkward, but I am enjoying making them. Now I'm dancing. Sorry.
Yeah, Andre, I have not had this. This is not a week for rants for me.
No, you've had a rough week.
Yeah.
Rougher than usual. Not work related.
No, not work related at all.
Just rough.
Or home or anything.
No.
But
yeah, I'm sort of both proud of you and amazed that you're not the one going, no, actually we were drinking Jack and Diet Coke tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
Oh yeah, silent wing. Yeah. Those motherfuckers. I just Motherfuckers give us all a bad name. Crow, shh.
Yeah.
We're trying not to say that part out loud. I agree with you. I'm afraid as well, but shh. Don't say it out loud. Yeah. Nacho Mooney, I like your screen name. And thank you for listening, and you're welcome. And good for you. That I know that could not have been easy to have done that, and you did the damn thing. So be very proud of yourself for that.
Absolutely.
No, I ended up watching, before we streamed tonight, I ended up watching, what's the safe word, Amp. He did a reaction to an interview that Billie Eilish did with Howard Stern, where she was talking about why she feels that porn is basically the worst thing ever. And it came from her personal experience, and it came from a sort of a layperson's typically misunderstanding of porn and sex work, which is, if nobody's ever talking about it and there's no education about it, people think what they think. The video is really good. I thought Amp did a real good job of trying to be fair to Billie and be like, you know, you get to think what you think, while also going, but here's what you don't know, and here's what's missing, here's the context. That was a good video. So if I like what's a safe word, you like what's a safe word. They have merch, and one of their shirts is Grumpy Daddy. I have to buy that shirt. Have I? No, I have not bought that shirt, but I need you to own that shirt. Grumpy Daddy is the perfect shirt.
I need one that says Grumpy Polar Bear.
Oh, I should make that for you. I have the cricket. I have the power. I have the power. I can do it. Just saying. No, I'm trying not to be too hopeful for 2022, because I do not want to be bitterly disappointed.
Right.
And I have learned not to say, well, it couldn't get any worse, because yes, the fuck it can. Actually,
here, hold my beer.
Right. Do you know, so when I can't remember, was it when I was still married to my ex-husband and shit was awful, or was it after the divorce and shit was awful? Maybe it was both times. I don't remember. But I remember walking around constantly sort of stressed out, you know, money and kids and just all the stuff, right? And people would try to go, well, cheer up, it could be worse. And I was like, that is actually not the platitude you think it is. Because you're like, I'm like, damn straight it could be worse, and that's what gets to come next. Like, if I can't fix this and my luck doesn't shift a little bit, that's what could happen next. And so I try not to go, well, it could be worse. Every once in a while I slip, and then I'm like, fuck, I've just jinxed myself. Like, do I need to sage something, like, to make that go away? I don't know. I just want to see the backside of 2021. That's what I'm saying. Oh. Grumpy Panda. Okay, Lady Fluffy Cakes. I'm not that artistic, but that would be cool. I was going to find whatever polar bear might be in the Cricut design space. And then I was going to use whatever fonts I had available to me to type out Grumpy Polar Bear. Yeah, something like it's a competition, like you're bad and my bad, or today's bad thing versus a potential futuristic bad thing that you're trying not to think about. You know, it could be worse. Oh, Mr. Christopher he cracks me up. He cracks me up. Yes. Also, there was a time I used to go check out his, I think it was his Tumblr account. He's a very sexy man. Oh, that's a good looking man. That's all I'm saying. That's a good looking man. That's a good looking man. I would like to look at more good looking people in 2022. That's what I would like for 2022. I feel like that's a thing I can control. I mean, I don't want to go like ogle live people in front of them and just stare at them in a creepy way like a stalker. No. On the internet, I would like to look at whoever I find attractive. I'm not gonna lie, I've been surprised at myself for the people I have found attractive, and like when I've been scrolling through Instagram reels. Some people who are very androgynous, I'm like, oh, yes, please. Some people who I don't know what their gender is, but I read them as a woman, and then they'll do something and I'm like, oh, that's all that masculine energy. And then I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. And then I realized that I don't know if I'm attracted to specific genders other than men, because I know that, but I'm definitely attracted to masculinity. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure that gender matters at all to me at that point, but yeah. Okay, I'm having a
Getting heated up,
I'm having
aren't you?
moment. I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment. Woo! Oh my God, Mr. Spock, finally. It was after you threatened him with a lawyer, though, wasn't it? That you got your refund.
Wow, it's about time. It's been going on for a long time. Sheesh.
I wouldn't say there's anything common about porn, David. In Amp's video, actually, he even points out some studies, and I think Sexplanations. Oh, I cannot think of her name right now. The studies actually tend to show that the way you feel about porn and how it affects you is about the person and their own beliefs and feelings about sex and porn, and less about the porn. That's what the studies seem to show. There's not really been enough studies on it. You are looking at some level of porn a lot. Mm-hmm. Do you have a climax issue? This is anecdotal evidence, so it doesn't actually count, but...
No.
Okay. No. The biggest problem with porn, other than the problems that come with not paying creators and the free stuff that gets stolen and the copyright and all that stuff, like there's problems, sure. The biggest problem with porn is a lack of sex education.
Yeah.
So porn should not be treated as sex education, which is what too many people do. There's a lot of shame around porn, so then people hide what they're doing, and then they feel bad about what they're doing, and so then they feel out of control about what they're doing, not because they're actually out of control, but because they feel shame because society has ingrained that in them. So there's that problem with porn. But when the actors in porn are paid fairly and consent is handled well and nobody is forced to do anything they don't want to do, and yes, that has and does exist in porn, but when it's ethical from beginning to end of creation, and you've got an educated populace who understands the difference between sex education in the real world and the fantasy that is porn, which we don't have a lot of that either, but when you have that, porn itself is not usually the problem. It's our attitudes about porn that's the problem. True. I'm trying not to rant because I know that, one, that question came from a good place, and two, I don't feel like I know enough to speak credibly and in an educated way about it. But I also know that porn has helped people. It's helped them get in touch with their desires. It's helped them figure out what their kinks are. It's helped them go, I'm into this thing that I didn't even know existed, but here I have found a source of pleasure. So porn is not the root of all evil. It's our very sex repressed, lack of education society that's the problem.
I mean, it's kind of like, you could kind of say it's almost like reading erotica.
Sure. It's just a visual form.
Yeah.
No, I think there are definite issues in some places that create porn and some creators, and in the past and current, like those exist. And the way society views porn is definitely an issue. The way they treat porn is an issue. It's sort of like, and again, I don't want to speak credibly about this. I'm not going to try to speak credibly is what I'm saying, because I can't. It's the idea that what I've been learning from sex educators and researchers and people who actually study this stuff, there's really not such a thing as a sex addiction. There is a dependence, something about it, but it's not sex. It's something else that the person's getting from it or needing from it. That's not really about the sex, supposedly. Again, not an expert. Just repeating what I have learned from others who do study this stuff. But, I mean, we live in a world where people don't even want to tell their children what the technical name of their body parts are. Like,
Yeah.
how are we not a sex-repressed world, at least my part of the world? So sure, you think you're a sex addict because you really enjoy sex and want a bunch of it, and it makes you feel shame. It's not really a sex addiction. It's a something, but it's probably not that. So, yeah. 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 You know, I forget this a lot because I get so busy and my arousal desire levels are like negative numbers these days. But I love reading good erotica because I take in information well when I read it. Like, I can hear it and retain it, and I can watch it and I can read it, sure. But I do best when I'm reading. And what I love about reading is that I create the pictures of it in my mind. Like, I don't need a bunch of detailed descriptions about anything because I'll paint that picture in my mind. Give me some bare details and I'll fill in the rest. And with erotica, especially if there's a good story and it's not just like a sex scene, then a sex scene, then a sex scene, but there's a story to it, I'm building a world in my head. And by the time, if it's a story that I'm invested in, by the time we get to the sex scene, the first one or the 10th one, not only am I in the story and I'm invested in the story, now I'm turned on. And I often forget how much I can get turned on by a story that I connect with. Even if it's not like the kind of sex I might normally like, or it's not, you know.
Well, if it's a decent story, if the characters are well written, you know, there's a lot to draw you in on that.
Problematic porn use. I don't know that I've heard that, but okay. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, I need to read. I feel bad. I have a stack, both in my e-reader and physically, of erotica that have been sent to me by publishers that I'm supposed to read and review. And no. Maybe I'll do that while I'm laid up on the couch on my pain meds. I'm going to the library, though. I'm going to get a stack of books. And then I also have a stack of books sitting there and all the books I was just referencing. I'm going to spend my break time doing a lot of reading. Also have to finish a quilt because I want to be able to put it on my lap when I'm sitting on the couch. I mean, it's not a big quilt. It's not even really a full lap size quilt, but I just need to cover my legs. So. No, sometimes I wish, and what I need to do is just educate myself and read more and listen to more people who study these things and are smarter than I am. I wish I did speak more on that side of things, like, you know, sex addiction, porn use, how repressed we are, the clear need for sex education. Part of it is I don't feel like that's in our wheelhouse because that's not. We're talking to people who are like venturing into kink, and that's where we're at. But we're also, you know, we have the opportunity to talk about these things because somebody who, you know, will ask us, and I would just like to have a more informed opinion. I have an opinion, but I don't feel like it's informed enough to be able to explain why I have my opinion. But there are a bunch of sex books. Thanks, Hannah Witten, for all the books you keep recommending that I want to read. I don't think I've heard of ASAP Science. Will you write them down too?
Yes, please? I will write that down as well.
The quilting. Oh, God, the quilting. So, Mr. Spock, remember, I don't know, I think you were here last time we talked about my quilting. I had a major mental block because I needed to quilt the thing. I'd made the top. I'd even made my binding, but I needed to make my quilt sandwich, which is the top of the quilt, the batting, and the back of the quilt. And I needed to baste it. Just make it all stick together. And I had a serious block about that for whatever reason. And I spent a couple hours a few weeks ago. And I got it basted. And I've got my binding ready to go too. I literally just have to set up the sewing machine and quilt the fucking thing. And I don't do anything special in quilting. I do straight fucking lines. Even though they're probably not straight lines by the time I'm done. But like, I do simple quilting. And I've told myself I have to get it done before the surgery. Because I want that blanket to be on my body when I'm on the couch. So, I love Hannah Witten. I've met Hannah Witten in person, and she is just as wonderful, if not more so, in person than she is on her channel. Love Hannah. Love Hannah. I'm so happy for her that she's pregnant. She wanted to be pregnant. She got pregnant. Yeah. And we don't have similar tastes in books, but I trust her taste.
Yeah.
And every time I have to sometimes avoid her book videos because I'm like, I don't need any more recommendations, thanks. But I do want to go. I think I saved them. Her videos where she's talked about the sex education kind of books that she has, and I'm like, I want to read most of those. I do. Okay. Yeah, love Hannah Witten. We're 4 minutes to midnight for us. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's 11:56 p.m. for us. I'm trying to think. I didn't rant, but my blood pressure did. Oh God, y'all, my blood pressure was so high today that they did it twice, and they made me do deep breathing first. They were like, okay, just take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And they even said, we know people in hospitals, man, it makes people's blood pressure go up. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's mostly because my emotional support husband is in a different waiting room right now. But sure, I'm telling you, if you brought him in here, my blood pressure would drop. It'd be fine. I'm going to scare somebody, a medical professional one of these days with my blood pressure. I think I did scare them, actually. They were like, it said 180 over 100. I'm like, how would I not be on the floor? They checked it again. It was still high, but it was not that. I was like, I don't know. Would you like me to walk you through a day in my life and what's been going on in my life? I can't imagine when my blood pressure is up. Oh. Sounding, I feel like you have a bit of sadist in you. Maybe a lot of sadist in you. I don't know, but I feel because I don't even know what your laugh or giggles would sound like, but I feel like I just heard it in my head, and it would be evil. Countdown to when I can go my ass to bed, Eva. I'm not suggesting it and I'm not promising it, but because I do a lot of stream of consciousness speaking and thinking with y'all, I will say it to y'all. I did have a thought of, what if on New Year's Eve I didn't need pain meds, like it had not been as bad as, whatever, and we got some booze and we just jumped online. Went live. Somebody looks really tired. Somebody is not amused by that idea. We could it would just be a boozy stream.
I think it would be fun just to put you out here while you're on pain meds.
Ooh, if I'm loopy on pain meds, yeah, I don't need booze. Just pop a pill. Let's go. Just saying, it might be fun.
And then I'll be drinking, watching you laughing my ass off.
Don't drink when I can't drink. That's no fun. Okay, so I definitely see that as well. I definitely see the stick, the stick poking. I think yeah. Like there is. Look, here's the deal, y'all. In a few days, I will not be in touch with much of anything for at least a couple of days. So if this is something you want and you happen to be connected to us, whether it's through Patreon and the Discord or some other way, the person you need to pester is JB. He does not check any of the Loving BDSM stuff, so you're going to have to get him personally. So... Mr. Spock, I got the same sense that would not be as enthusiastic. It's because I'm already missing everybody and we hadn't even gone yet. But if you know how to get in touch with JB personally through Discord or through his DMs, he's the one you're going to have to convince. Now, it's possible I'll feel like shit and won't want to. We don't know yet, but It's also possible that I'll be up and bopping around 3 or 4 days later and be like, pain pill? What pain pill? I'm the person that they sent home after I gave birth to the 12-year-old because I didn't even want to take an ibuprofen. Once the epidural wore off, I was like, oh, have I had a baby? Okay, can I hold the baby? Sure. I just didn't. I felt fine, so I don't know how I'm going to react. But
They're already starting.
But silently, you have to understand, they're offering me the good pain meds and saying, look, if you feel discomfort, just take pain meds. That's what they're there for. And I feel like it would make sense to, follow the doctor's orders. That's just what I'm saying. So I probably won't need it. I'll probably just take some ibuprofen, sure. But I mean, if I've got the good stuff, and I never take that kind of stuff, I mean, why not? But if I'm not doing that, then I want to booze it up. We could get some sparkling Moscato in a pretty bottle. And then when we're done with that, we can make sure we got something for the Jack and Diet Coke. And the drunker I get, the easier it'll be to rant or to call somebody a motherfucker. So, y'all just bring the stuff and I'll be like, what? I don't know.
Or trash your childhood dreams.
Crow, I got to get him to make more evil sticks. I'm working on it. We ran out and I'm pretty sure I could sell them if we had them. But they got to be made first.
I know. But I'm entitled to a break from the shop too. These next 2 weeks.
You are. I didn't say you had to make them in 2 weeks.
I know.
I made you a list of the toys.
You did. I asked you for a list, and you
I
gave
made
it to
it.
me. But yeah, I'm taking a little bit of a break from the shop myself over the next 2.5 weeks.
They've done it. They've dragged us over the finish line.
Yeah, they did.
Keep going. You're fine.
I'm going to do a little organizing in the shop. Some things that I'm going to do to kind of get myself better organized and a little more storage in there. And I'm going to... Okay.
Look, clearly we can be bribed. I attempted to not squirm for X's $5. Yeah. As you're saying, you're going to organize the shop a little bit.
Anyway. And I'm going to turn some bowls and different things while I'm in there, and just some fun stuff in the shop for right now.
Only a woodworker would be like, organizing my shop sounds like so much fun. I can't wait. And silent to the trading one discomfort for another. The whole lot of not doing that, would be different than other days. How? I've already got an issue. So, it does have to be a nice round time, and I'm trying to make it till 12:05 because that's...
But it's currently 12:04, which is an even number.
Yeah, no, I don't... No, that's not the right kind of number. 5. I like 5s and 10s when it comes to time. I do not like 2s, 4... No. Bullshit. I'm going to make you do my Skype call tomorrow, Halloween. We're talking about goal setting tomorrow, so have fun with that. Taking up a collection. Okay, this is a different kind of passing the collection plate.
Right. Right.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm just kind of hoping that by then we're much more relaxed.
Yeah.
We're very tense right now. We know we are.
Yeah.
So. Oh my God. Set up a GoFundMe. Thank you, Lex. See, Silent. Right. Man, Silent. Yeah. Great minds thinking like, it is 12:05. We do need to go because I have to get up early in the morning. Look, if y'all figure out how to reach out and touch JB and pester him, it's between y'all and him. I've put it out there. I'm willing. We gotta go. We love y'all. Thanks for spending this time with us.
Thanks for joining us. We had a good time.
We did. If we don't come back for New Year's Eve, this was a lovely way to close out our year. If we do come back for New Year's Eve, you've done your job well, and thank you. we will be back in a couple of weeks and relaxed and hopefully less bitter about life.
Yeah.
We love y'all. If you are connected to us through Patreon, we'll be in the Discord off and on, so we'll be around.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go.
Yeah. Happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Have a good one. Be happy. Be safe.
It's 12:06. We're going. We did the sign off at 12:05. That counts. We love y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye.